All right, guys. So what I'm going to show you here is a workout that I want everyone to try to do. I'm going to pull it up here. This was my son. Me and my son recorded this at the gym. Um, all you need is some sort of ball. I use a med ball here, but it's basically just a basketball that's a little heavier. You can use any type of ball. Um, so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to hold just a solid plank. So both hands are going to be on the ball here, and I'm just holding the plank. Uh, and then I switch it up a little bit. I'm going to do the plank, but I am trying to lift my arms off. Now, this might be way too difficult for some of you. Some of you, it might be too easy. What you can do here, if it's too hard, is just go down on your knees and do it, and it's still going to give you the same type of strength that we're looking for. So with all these, I really work on strength and I work on mobility or flexibility, getting our body through our full range of motion. My camera man there, sometimes he's not the best with the camera. He's just holding it, and yeah, he gets a little bored. But and you don't have to hold it the whole time that I am. Feel free to do it at your own level and own time. So I'm at the gym. This is after a run. I like to do my strength after the run. See if I can. Okay, so I'm going to move on. I got to check and make sure it's a new strength routine, mobility routine for me. So I'm trying something new. So these, what I'm going to do is put the ball on the other side of me, grab it, turn back around, put it on the other side of me. So again, this is working those middle muscles in the core of our body. You're going to try sitting up as straight as you can. Again, you turn it behind you, grab it, spin it, put it in front of you. You can use any sort of ball. If you don't have a ball, that's fine too. You could use a box. You could use a shoe, a weight, whatever you need. The idea is we're strengthening those middle muscles of our body in any way that we can get to do that with whatever equipment that we have available. That's what counts. All right, the next one, these are called V-ups. So another option for this one is you can do it without a ball or without anything in your hands. You can just be looking up just with your hands and feet. It's difficult enough, and for me, it's kind of difficult just because I lack some flexibility. You can see it's hard for me to get my legs straight. So you want to try to get those legs straight, get your arms straight, way back behind you. Working on those middle muscles. If you want to make it harder, get something heavier. You can do more reps. That's the amount of times that I'm doing it. You could always do less. It's up to you. The idea is we're just working to get stronger. All right, moving on to my next one. This one is going to work on some balance and strength. So you're going to see here, I'm going to reach the ball up overhand. I think I messed it up the first time, maybe even. Yeah, take a forward lunge down. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's similar to those forward lunges that you did in your warm-up video, but this time it's just weighted. You've got an object in your hand doing it. And notice how I'm driving that knee up, so exaggerated kind of march there as I'm coming down, and I go to the inside, so it's working a little bit on balance as well. So you could do that forward, you could do it backwards, up to you. It's just a little bit of strength, mobility, and some balance and coordination. All right, so here I'm going to move on to the next exercise. This one is in one arm. I'm going to reach down, touch on the inside of that toe. So these ones, it's you're really working on that balance and strength at the same time. Yeah, so I messed this one up at first. You want to have opposite of the leg that you're staying stable with is the arm that's going to come up. So my right leg is down the whole time. My left leg is going to lift the ball up. right leg, left arm, left knee. And you're going to see I'm a lot more stable. I'm right leg dominant. That means my preferred leg is my right leg, so it's easy for me to balance and do that one. This time I'm on my left one, and so it's hard for me to keep my balance on my left side. So this is something that's a challenge for me. If you want to make it easier, again, don't have any weights. If you want to make it harder, add more weight or do more reps of it. And again, reps means the amount of times that you're doing it. And I've selected ones that are difficult but challenging. And these are all things that are functional movement patterns. So they mimic some things that we'd want to do in life. And so that's why it's important for us to be doing these dynamic, functional movements like this. We're not just going around lifting weights in one plane of motion, like forward and back. We're doing things that require almost all the muscles in your body at one time. And again, the idea is so we can have a better quality of life throughout our times growing up. All right, so this one's a challenge. I try to hold the ball out as far as I can out in front of me the whole time. And I'm doing those lunges with a twist. But I'm keeping the ball out in front of me the whole time, so I'm making it a little unstable for my body, so it's a challenge. I have to not only maintain my strength, but I got to maintain my balance and coordination. So there's something that I talk about in class. It's a big fancy word, but it's called proprioception. And all that means is knowing where your body is at in space or in an area. Now, this one's a fun one. Might drive some parents crazy if you're banging on the ground like this here. But I'm just doing bend down to a squat, bounce the ball on the ground, and then back up. So a squat is just like you're sitting down in a chair. And something I always try to say when you're doing any of these movements, make sure you're keeping your back straight up and down like you have a camera on your chest. And you want to keep the picture facing forward. So that's what I'm trying to maintain there. And again, you're bouncing the ball on the ground, you're coming back up. Those are called hay bales, I believe. All right. And so I'm trying to direct my son. Yep. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is go into my quick yoga, which all of you have seen before. So I do that downward dog, into pigeon pose, go into that runner stretch, lean back on my heel, try to touch my toe, grab that back ankle. The cameraman's failing me a little bit there. There you go. You can see I'm rocking my sweet headband because I'm starting to sweat all over the place. Can't really tell it in my t-shirt, but that t-shirt's pretty drenched at that point. So with the yoga, with the flexibility, with the strength, anything you do on one side, you want to do it on the other because you want to maintain a balanced body. We don't want to be super strong on one side and not strong on the other, super flexible on one side and not on the other. That helps keep us safe. All right, and so that's the end there. Hopefully this helps get you stronger. Follow along, and you can share how it went as well. Thanks for watching.